Rebecca Romney is a familiar face to viewers of Pawn Stars. She has made multiple appearances to assess rare texts, some of which have proven to be worth thousands of dollars.
First thing we notice, difference here, in 1929, he had a lot of people asking for autographs. It's worth $1,500.
Sometime in 2015, though, this face stopped appearing on the show, leading to speculation about her possible departure. A tragic turn of events led Rebecca to leave the show, and now she has mysteriously disappeared. Many have cast doubt on the veracity of the experts showcased on Pawn Stars, with some even going so far as to call their appearances stage-managed in an effort to maximize profits for the show's proprietors. One may wonder then, what became of Rebecca and where she is today? Is the persona she portrays on the show authentic or only a facade? We can check Rebecca's place by investigating her career and development. From childhood on, the fascinating and surprising path that Rebecca took to become a book whisperer began with her clear revolt against her family's scientific career path and continued with her aspirations for a lucrative future in the arts. The only reasonable explanation for Rebecca's chosen profession would be that she grew up in an artistic household and was immersed in reading. However, if you hold such view, you will be completely mistaken. Rebecca Angeline Ongjong was born into a scientific family and spent her childhood in a laboratory with beakers and Bunsen burners. However, she eventually decided to attend Brigham Young University in Utah to study ancient civilizations' languages, cultures, and histories because she felt a strong pull towards languages beyond the Indo-European family. It's possible that Rebecca's exceptional achievement in the field stems from her family's unwavering support for her aspirations, even though they differ significantly from the rest of the family's activities. Rebecca is a specialist in the authenticity of antique books that have made it through the doors of the Pawn Stars shop in Las Vegas. She got her degree in linguistics because she has a specific interest in languages. On July 19, 2009, the History Channel launched the Pawn Stars show, which featured the Harrisons and their Las Vegas pawn store. The business and everyone who entered as part of the show became cultural icons as the popularity of the show skyrocketed, reaching people all over the world. The Harrison family pawn shop is the inspiration for Rick Harrison's reality show, The Pawn Stars. Rick's dad, Richard, is known as the Old Man on the show and is the store's mainstay. At 713 Las Vegas Boulevard South, you'll find the renowned Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas, Nevada. With his background in the pawn business and his obvious fondness for classic cars, Richard Harrison has become the show's go-to decision-maker. But Rick's financial acumen shines through in his formidable negotiating power, which has allowed him to secure the lowest possible pricing for all of the store's merchandise. It would behoove us to examine Rebecca's early career chances that before her time with the Pawn Stars, before we delve into her performance there and what may have ultimately gone wrong. How to break into the rare book market. Unexpectedly, Rebecca's love of languages led her down a different road when she graduated from university. In 2007, she found employment at Bowman Rare Books, a thriving antique business, where she was encircled by an immense collection of artifacts, including, naturally, an assortment of books that were exorbitantly rare. While working with seasoned antique dealers, Rebecca's appreciation for the physical history preserved in these books grew, and she eventually acquired the ability to recognize rare books and their value. We learn that when Rebecca was hired by Bowman, she proceeded to attend a rare book school, where she will be better educated in the intricacies of the sector, even though she may have been quite private with her life. This demonstrated her passion and desire, which catapulted her career to its current height. She spent a lot of time there perfecting her abilities to tell the difference between editions, spot damage, follow auction trends, and figure out what makes a book worth. At the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, all of these abilities are crucial. The elaborate details, the tales murmured from worn pages, all started to evoke a unique enchantment for Rebecca. As a result of her hard work and insatiable curiosity, Rebecca worked her way up the ladder at Bowman's and eventually oversaw the sale of some of the most rare books the firm had ever seen. She soon aspired to a more mainstream career after becoming influential among collectors and anybody interested in ancient literature. From that point on, Her impeccable reputation preceded her as she made her way to Nevada's gold and silver pawn shop. Starting in 2009 and continuing to this day, the show has amassed an incredible number of viewers as it follows the Harrisons as they go about their daily lives at their busy pawn shop, where customers come to sell or pawn their goods and engage in intense bargaining with the staff. Included in this category are both the numerous clients who have been pleasantly surprised by the high value of their products and the many who have been let down by the results. Fans became attached to Rebecca's personality when she joined the show in 2011, and many were worried about her whereabouts when she stopped appearing in later episodes starting in 2015 because she became a well-known figure among the other players and managed to maintain an authenticity that made fans love her. The show's inclusion of her kind has transformed it from a show about bargaining skills and profit-driven business into something much more educational, with the ability to attract viewers interested in learning about these unique treasures. Her extensive background has equipped her with a deep awareness of the significance of ancient literature, and she has been known to offer her opinion on many topics live on television. The people at the pawn shop really rely on her since she can accurately trace the origins of rare literature and the stories that go along with them. It still takes her years of studying these texts and experience in the auction patterns to make those recommendations and judgments, even if some could claim that she has given prior information about what she is coming to appraise. While her expertise has helped many people get more than they expected, it has dampened the enthusiasm of others who had high expectations for the worth of their find. We may look back at the incredible discoveries Rebecca had to authenticate while working with the Pawn Stars, even though she has progressed beyond this level in her job. During Season 8, a man brought what he thought was an extremely rare first edition of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne, a first American edition, into the store and asked $10,000 for it. Sellers who thought their old comic books were worth a fortune or who mistakenly thought family Bibles were lost Shakespeare folios were problems that Rebecca had to handle. It was in these instances that I was reminded that not all things old are valued. Rebecca, on the other hand, won over viewers and vendors alike with her gentle explanations of an item's genuine value and historical importance. She is determined to uncover the hidden facts that underlie her decisions by not only examining the value of the products that come into the shop, but also by doing her best to involve the owner and even the shop personnel. Some of these individuals were clearly very impressed by her explanations, but it appeared like it was all for the best because she went on to much better things later. She even ventured into starting her own rare book business, which has since grown into Rebecca Romney Rare Books. But there are other theories as to why she departed the Pawn Star show, so it's not certain that her departure from Vegas is the reason. This alternative perspective is surprising since it may have hurt her career at the store, even if it wasn't her fault. Unconfirmed rumors suggest that the man who entered the shop with what he purportedly was a first edition of the Book of Mormon, an heirloom he had inherited from his family, was actually responsible for Rebecca's eventual exit from the show in a later episode of the 9th season of the Pawn Stars. In this case, the seller's dreams were disappointed because the book was actually only worth around $40,000, not the $100,000 the man had sought. But thanks to his mastery of haggling, Rick was able to get the price down to $24,000, which, assuming the market value stays the same, could be seen as a highly lucrative transaction. Rumor has it that the store's best-laid plans were crushed when word got out that the book had been stolen from the University of Utah's Marriott Library. The FBI subsequently confiscated the book, ending any chance of the store recouping its investment. Thus, it's possible that Rick's anger caused him to shift the blame to Rebecca, putting a strain on the trust that had developed between them throughout the years. If this is true, then Rebecca's departure from the show and potential absence from future appearances are directly related. Nobody knows what to make of this rumor, but some of her most devoted followers have wondered aloud whether the store was being harsh in blaming her for the lapse. Because of her reclusive personality, Rebecca has kept many aspects of her life under wraps. As a result, we can only speculate on her background and characteristics. What, therefore, is the truth about this character's traits? In addition to her passion and commitment to her art, she has been instrumental in the launch and expansion of several businesses centered on the acquisition and sale of rare books. Consider Heather O'Donnell, a Brooklyn, New York bookseller who she co-founded in 2011, Honey and Wax Booksellers. Since then, it has seemed like Honey and Wax Booksellers is pursuing a dual strategy, making a profit from rare book sales while also encouraging a love of reading among younger generations. Naturally, the business serves as a haven for bibliophiles and history buffs with an interest in rare books, manuscripts, and precious first editions. By including the works of women and people of color in their carefully selected collections, the establishment became interested in acquiring rare things from underrepresented groups, perhaps in an effort to challenge the stereotypical role of book collectors while simultaneously protecting these priceless artifacts. You would be completely mistaken if you thought it was the pinnacle of Rebecca's accomplishments. She has kept making waves in the industry. Rebecca Romney Rare Book was her solo rare bookstore that she opened after leaving the Pawn Stars. Her increasing clout in the field necessitates this action. All signs point to Rebecca Romney Rare Books being a consulting firm that Romney herself founded. Since she has been cagey about sharing details about her private life, information regarding this establishment is still sketchy at best. Nonetheless, the following are discernible aspects of her movements. Unlike her work with stores like Honey and Wax Booksellers, which caters to a broader audience, Rebecca's consultancy may target a specialized clientele, ranging from private collectors to institutions. It is likely that this marks a shift towards Rebecca working independently, leveraging her expertise in rare book appraisal, research, and sales. Rebecca has maintained a strong focus on her family despite her rapidly advancing profession. Her husband, J.P. Romney, is also an author and shares her goals and ambitions. He supposedly gave her the push she needed to expand her businesses and get the word out about them. Not only do they have two wonderful children, but they are also well-positioned, for future success. A Pawn Star icon's meteoric rise and equally dramatic fall from grace is now history. Your thoughts on these happenings? Is there any truth to any of these claims, or is there another possible explanation for her departure from the show? Leave a comment with your ideas, and we'll see you in the next video.